The advancement of technology has made it easy for us to look up anything we need to know on the internet. We simply click a button and we get it all served on a silver platter right away. Even a new verb has been introduced. Need Porter's 5 forces analyses, a country code, or a lemon cake recipe? No problem. Just Google it. Now, when you think of the search engine sector, the first name that comes to mind is Google. Indeed, this company holds more than 90% of its market share. This is what we call highly concentrated industry. As a result, the firm exhibit high pricing power. Having a few major participants in the field allows each enterprise to easily track what the competition is up to. This, in turn, makes price coordination more feasible. In addition, these corporations possess a large market share, so any battle for incremental increase means they have less to gain and more to lose. Overall, industry concentration is the extent to which market sales are dominated by one or more businesses. This is the opposite of what we usually observe in fragmented industries, or those with lots of companies that possess only a small market share. There, the pricing power is significantly lower. Pricing coordination is virtually impossible, as there are too many market players to keep an eye on. Firms compete fiercely because even a small gain in sales can make a difference in their profits. What you will often notice here is companies cutting prices in order to steal a market share from the competition. All right. We shouldn't forget, however, that there are exceptions to pricing power distribution in both types of industries. It isn't just black or white. Hence, analysts' focus should be on the company's market share relative to its competitors, and not necessarily on its absolute value. Think about it. A firm could hold 50% of the market share, but may still have low pricing power when its biggest competitor holds the rest of the market. Sounds familiar? That's right, this is the case with the commercial aircraft industry. Airbus holds more than 50% of the market. Nevertheless, it's still not enough to dictate the prices, because Boeing is not far behind. Neither of the two holds any competitive advantage over the other, so they fight for every single aircraft order. By contrast, a company could have a 20% market share, but might still enjoy a high degree of pricing power if its strongest competitor holds less than 10%. Take the chip industry, for example. Texas Instruments possesses 18% of the market. At the same time, its biggest competitors, Analog Devices and Infineon, are in the race with 8 and 6% respectively. And yet, this relatively small lead is sufficient for it to thrive. Texas Instruments generates more than 40% return on invested capital, where the rest of the pack competes fearlessly, but its results are far less impressive. So, high industry concentration does not guarantee pricing power. That's why we should use it as a guide rather than a bulletproof rule. To that end, automobiles, aircraft, and oil refining are some of the highly concentrated industries with relatively weak pricing power. Can you tell why? Well, they are all capital intensive and have high barriers to entry and exit. The higher operating leverage means that they need to produce more output, which often leads to overcapacity. Moreover, these companies sell undifferentiated, commodity-like products, which usually causes competition on price. Let's consider the automobile industry. Even though there are differences between the sedans that Volkswagen, Ford, and Toyota produce, their basic features are essentially the same. So, price plays an important role in customers' decision-making. Then, how do all these factors influence the market? They simply mitigate the benefits of industry concentration. At the same time, some push drivers do just the opposite. For instance, firms with greater product differentiation, such as quality, after-sales services, and additional features will have greater pricing power. This is what happens with the soft drinks industry, in which Pepsi and Coca-Cola are the market leaders. The two brands don't compete on price. Rather, the brand image they build is a compelling motivator for a sale. This is a way for them to gain an edge over the competition. So if one costs significantly less than the other, more consumers will not switch from Pepsi to Coke or vice versa. Similar brand loyalty is also noticeable for Apple users. By creating an emotional connection with its customers, the company has done the near impossible. It has acquired a loyal army of buyers. These people won't go elsewhere, even if the competition offers lower prices. That's how the buzz score of such brands skyrockets. Have you tried convincing Apple users to switch to Samsung devices? Not an easy task at all. Fair enough. How about luxury goods? Retailers and fashion houses like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Prada have significant pricing power. Their customers mostly pay for the brand, and they truly enjoy doing so. In fact, the higher the product's price, the more desirable it is. To sum it all up, industry concentration does not guarantee pricing power. For practitioners, it serves as a guideline rather than a rule. Looking at the table, we see that there are many examples of concentrated industries with weak pricing power, as well as fragmented ones with strong pricing power.